talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone. It is gone. It is bedlam in the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
Oh, Christopher Sanchez. What can I say after a game like that? I'll just say this. Christopher Sanchez finishes off one hell of a month and joins Earl Hershiser all the way back in 1988 as the only two pitchers to go an entire calendar month without allowing a run since 1913. Breaks a 115-year record, 115-year Phillies record. And in the month of May, Christopher Sanchez has 5 games started, 39 innings pitched, no earned runs, 45 strikeouts, 3 walks, and an opponent batting average of 1.81. I'll tell you what. I said that this guy is going to win the Cy Young and is going to have an ERA about 1.5. My prediction is looking pretty good right now. But that being said, I have a fantastic lineup for you, a fantastic set of guests for your all. Friday's wearing the bucket hat. Jonah's in here as well. Guys, oh my God, what a game for Christopher freaking Sanchez.
Absolutely, man. Shout out Christopher Sanchez. Last time I was on post game when Sanchez pitched, I talked about how absurd his streak was. It's just getting longer and it shows no signs of stopping. Big shout out to Justin Crawford for making that catch in, I believe, the 6th inning. That was unbelievable. And that kind of saved it. I don't know if that ball was going out, but Manny Machado got robbed by Justin Crawford. But even with that happening, Christopher Sanchez's month has been absurd. You titled the thumbnail correctly, Jesse. It is historic. We are witnessing something that we may never see again, especially from a Phillies pitcher. Come on, man. I am pumped up about Christopher Sanchez. This is awesome.
It is. Friday, what you got?
Oh, man. Hey, what can I say? I mean, I was kind of sitting there watching it. I knew we were going to win after a while. It was looking hairy. We weren't scoring many runs early and on. And then all of a sudden, I say this bucket hat thing, that the Phillies are just, they're just waving on the West Coast. I mean, this is unbelievable. I'm sitting here with my sunglasses on with my Eagles bucket hat, even though I need to get a Phillies one soon. But it's Christopher Sanchez. Oh my gosh, this dude is something special. I mean, if this guy does not get the Cy Young, I mean, I know we care about championship more than awards, but if this guy doesn't get the Cy Young, then something's wrong. But this man, he is him. He is him. And to all you New York Mets fans out there, you don't have a pitcher close to touching Christopher Sanchez right now because you guys are sitting there losers in last place. Meanwhile, we're rising up like sunshine out here in Philadelphia right now. You guys are rising down. This is a beautiful thing to see. And I'm going to tell you what, this is setting up to like 2022 and 2023 all over again with the Braves sitting there in first place. The Phillies sitting there in second place. And I'll tell you what, I'm feeling pretty good right now about the Phillies. I'm feeling very good right now. And I think this team is better than last season. I do think they really are better than last season. I know there's still some weaknesses. I know their offense is streaky at times, but their pitching, 8 shutouts, most in baseball. Their pitching is just as good as last season. I'm just saying, I wouldn't say as good as a whole, but it's proven to be. We took Ranger out of the rotation. Despite all of that, our pitching rotation, somehow these two guys, or Wheeler and Sanchez, are feeding off each other, and they're just as elite as the last couple years. So I mean, this has been a very bizarre season so far. Very bizarre season. Started with Rob Thompson getting fired, T-Wall Pants getting let go. You take T-Wall Pants out of the conversation, and this is what happens. And then Andrew, and then this whole rotation just gets going. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, what? And I know we'll get into later, but Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani, all you losers out there, maybe you should feel scared after all. Maybe I'll be wrong about you guys losing against a series against the Dodgers this weekend, because you guys might be in for some trouble against this Phillies pitching staff. So,
listen, I have this saved. Luckily, our boy Gavin sent this in to our text chain. But the 20th of November, 2019, the Matt Klentak era, and I don't give Matt Klentak, I try not to give the guy too many props, because I thought he was one of the worst GMs that we've ever seen. Regardless, he pulls off the trade of the decade, bringing in Christopher Sanchez for infielder Curtis Mead from the Tampa Bay Rays. And I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, that trade, I mean, the Rays must be kicking themselves, because the Rays, they're usually an organization that can develop players, that can make them all-stars. And this trade has to be one of the best trades in Phillies history, right?
I can't think of a better one off the top of my head. This game was pitched by 90% former Rays. Jose Alvarado closed it out. He did not get the save because Trea Turner extended the lead to 4. But come on, man! Or what was it, 3? Did he? No, he
did. He did.
Alvarado did get the save. So this game was pitched by 90% Rays, former Rays. So thank you, Tampa Bay, for that. And to circle back to what Fraddy said earlier about this team being better, I agree. This team is better than it was last year, but maybe it's not because of the pitching. I think it's because of Bryce Harper. I think Bryce Harper's heroics, he didn't show it today, but where he goes, the team will follow. And if he's going to eat toothpaste, the team should go eat toothpaste too. And if he's going to hit the ball, the team should go hit the ball too.
Well, speaking of hitting the ball, I mean, we can talk all day about Christopher Sanchez, but Trea Turner, I mean, hello. Back-to-back days of Trey bombs. This guy, I just talked about it last night. He's hitting way below his career average. He's hitting 220 when he usually hits, his career average is 290. I mean, after the last 2 days, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing out of Trea Turner, guys.
Well, look, Trea Turner, I think to say he's not still one of the best shortstops in the MLB is a complete overreaction. Everybody has bad stretches. It just really sucks when the bad stretch comes in the beginning of the season, because you think that's who that guy is now. Trea Turner has not had a good season so far, but he is still one of the best shortstops in the league, and he's being paid like it. And if he can pick it up, that's what the Phillies are paying him for. I like what I see out of him right now. I'm going to give him his props when he deserves it, and he deserves it today. Good job, Trea Turner, batting in 2 runs, including that go-ahead, bringing the lead to 3 home run.
Now, I don't exactly have a graphic for it, but in the with this extended road trip coming up, you go up now, you sweep the San Diego Padres, and now you go up against the Los Angeles Dodgers. Actually, you know what? I'm going a little bit out of order, but how about we leave that for Friday's corner?
Yo, Freddy, give him the business. Only in South Philly. Only at Freddy's Corner. It's Freddy's Corner.
Well, the Philadelphia Phillies sweep the San Diego Padres in San Diego. I mean, I thought we were going to at least win. I thought we weren't going to sweep them. I thought we were going to win 2 or 3, but we shut these guys. We blanked them not once but twice. And San Diego is known for its great La Jolla, California. I've been there 3 years ago. La Jolla. Don't get me wrong. Good restaurants, nice place, nice water. But this is the definition of what shows you that the San Diego Padres really are an overrated baseball team. I mean, let's be real here. When the Phillies, when Bryce Harper hit that bomb in 2022, beat them in Game 5, Bedlam at the bank. I mean, let's be real here. And then, but fast forwarding to the Dodgers series now, it's the NLDS rematch from last year. First time since we're playing the Dodgers. I know I said we're going to lose 2 or 3. I might flip it and say we win 2 or 3 just because of the way we play, the way we're playing right now, but who knows? But Shohei Ohtani, message to them. The Phillies gotta they really gotta paint the outside zone to keep the guys like Ohtani, Kyle Tucker, everybody. They gotta make them swing at tough pitches, to make them fish, all that. That's gonna be the key for the Phillies to win the series against the LA Dodgers, and not only win the series like that, but to actually score runs, because you got to think of it this way. Dodgers got a good offensive lineup. You have to score at least over 5 runs if you want to win 1 or 2 of these games against LA. But already, you even at least take 1. You still have a winning road trip. But if you take 2, that's great. 5-1 road trip, I'll take it. 4-2, 5-1 road trip is a pretty good road trip, no matter what. I don't think we're getting swept by the Dodgers, but we don't have to go. Even if we won 1 game in LA, we still have a winning road trip. But if we win 2, that's great. If we win all 3, that's even greater. But right now, regardless, the Phillies somehow, despite all that turmoil, despite all the little mini losing streak, and despite all that, Jesse, Sharon, and Jonah, the Phillies are somehow in the wild card race, and I think they're a game and a half, 2 games back, around that, somewhere within that. I know we're still not even in June yet. It's a little early to keep track of the standings every single day, but it's going to be interesting, especially next week. San Diego coming to Philly. Can we sweep them a second time? It's not easy to sweep a team twice, but I think we can win the series against the Padres next week as well. At least win 2 games. But if we sweep at home, that's great. But it's going to be tough. Especially, I think the weather's going to be, I think, a little cool next week too. But we'll see, guys. I mean, if you fast forward even more, if you going beyond San Diego, and I know we'll wrap up in a minute here. We're at 14. But anyway, after that, we play the White Sox, and then got to take that Canadian road trip. We got to play Toronto. Toronto's not having a good season. I think I said that we were going to take that Toronto was going to take a step back this season, and so far I'm kind of right. They are taking a step back this season right now, but we'll see. And then of course got I forgot we're playing that second weekend after that, and then I know we're playing Miami and the Mets. So we'll see, guys. I mean, as I wrap up to what I'm saying, the Phillies got 2 off days coming up. So they get 2 rest days, one before the Dodgers series and one after the Dodgers series. 2 travel days. That's much needed for them. But I mean, with us playing so well, we really don't need the rest days. But I honestly think that this is good for us in a way. And I hate to have to go back home the way we're playing because we seem like we're playing so well out west. I mean, I hate to have to go back home against LA after LA, but honestly, I remember a few. And I know my final one of my final few points is this: around end of May 2022 was when the Phillies struggled. They struggled. So the Phillies are known to have a struggling point anywhere after mid-May. They're known to have a little struggling point, and that struggling point was that last week when they went 2-4 and they had that homestand. And we'll see. We're heading into June almost, and last series of May beginning Friday, and then we go into June already. And I'm very invested to see what's going to happen if this Phillies team has what it takes to do something special this year. And you can save the cutback for me because we're not only going to be sweeping in San Diego, if we're going to be sleeping in San Diego, like it's a dream that we actually maybe beat the Padres again in the postseason. So
I don't mind that.
Honestly,
I don't mind that prediction.
I honestly think wouldn't mind playing. I would rather be matching up against teams like the San Diego Padres in playoffs. But who knows? Long season ago, who knows if the Padres are even going to be there? With a guy like Castellanos, and guys like on their team that are overrated. Like I don't know, and I don't mean to talk mad about Manny Machado, Fernando Tatis, but there's still a bunch of losers from
I mean,
2022.
Tatis is on a homerless streak. It feels like that goes back like 6 months.
Not one yet this season. He's hitting the ball hard, but none have gotten out.
But we'll see, guys. Like I said, they just gotta keep the momentum up here. And I know I have a lot to say today, just because the Philly. And I know I'm gonna iterate back to Dutch again. What Dutch Dalton said about a week or two ago. This is what the time of year that people were really going to get interested in his team, and it's proven that he was right. Dalton was. I'll tell you. Shout out to Dalton Holland, CEO, 302 Birds. I know I'm going all over the place right now, but he even said it. He was on to something. He was on to something there about a week or two ago. He was on to something. But yeah.
Well,
But
Jonah,
yeah.
you got more?
But anyway, until then, Matt Blair and JJ Segalo, the Phillies are rising while your New York Mets are sinking. And I'm going to say this once again to you guys as I leave it off here on Friday's Corner, that you, JJ Segalo, you, Matt Blair, the Philadelphia Phillies are going to own you guys this year. You guys be lucky to beat us 3 or 4 times because you guys are a bunch of losers. You guys go out and celebrate like fools with your New York Knicks, please.
I think they're probably going
to. Go out and celebrate your Knicks. Maybe hopefully you guys lose in the finals. But and I know you guys are waiting your opponent, and I know tomorrow there's nothing much going on but that game 6 between Thunder and Spurs. So as you guys wait your opponent, your Mets, and after basketball season, you guys get your stinky, lousy Mets, your stinky Giants, your stinky Jets, all those teams who haven't been even relevant in over a decade. The Jets haven't been relevant longer. The Mets haven't been relevant, well, outside of that World Series, but they haven't won a World Series since VCR tapes were still being insynced in the 80s. I mean, you guys are sad. That is so sad. Yet the Phillies have been to more World Series in my lifetime than the Mets have, and the Mets haven't won a single thing in my lifetime. Neither have the New York Knicks, but at least the Phillies have won something. At least the Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls. At least the Flyers came close to winning the Stanley Cup. You guys lost in the World Series one time. Have never haven't even made a World Series another time in my lifetime. So you guys are the Dallas Cowboys of the Major League Baseball. I mean, you can't say it any other way. So, but with that being said, on to LA. Hotel California will be such a lovely place, and it's already a lovely place for the Philadelphia Phillies. This is Fratty. I will see you in my. I might be sleeping on because the game is on a streaming service that has to do with a food group called an Apple. I mean, come on now. Now we're putting that. Why would you friggin' put that game on Apple TV?
Might as well
that's
put
a
it on Food
disgrace.
Network, huh?
That's a disgrace. You put that game on Apple TV with those 2 great teams. I mean, come on now. But hopefully I can find a way to watch. I'll find a way to watch it, even if I have to do the free preview. But that's Friday. That's all I have.
That might be an all-time Friday.
I'm happy to have witnessed that.
Jonah, I don't know. I don't know where you go with that.
I want to bring it back to something that he said about Phillies on the road, which I thought was interesting when Tom McCarthy brought it to my attention, that the Phillies have been so much better on the road than they have been at home. So I'm glad that they're having the Dodgers in LA. Genuinely, I am. Especially because they just swept the Padres in their own house. I like that the Phillies can go into a team's stadium and run through their face, get the victory with their strong pitching and their all right hitting and potentially a bullpen in there in the mix. So I like their chances in the Dodgers series, especially with it being on the road. And honestly, if it comes down to playoff time, I might rather, actually, no, not even might. I would definitely rather have the team be hot in a wild card spot than cold in a division spot. And I think the Atlanta Braves are going to take this division. I had it before the season. I have it right now. The Atlanta Braves are going to take this division. The Phillies are going to be fighting for one of the top wild card spots. But with the way that they've been playing so far, I like their chances better in somebody else's house where they have something to prove than at home when they fall over and die.
I like that a lot. I got 2 things, and then we'll kind of wrap things up. Here's kind of the insane thing. Christopher Sanchez and Tarek Skubal. They're the thing is Christopher Sanchez and Tarek Skubal, they're pretty similar. One of the most dominant lefties, 2 of the most dominant lefties in the entire league. He's about the same age as Tarek Skubal, 29 years old. But whereas Skubal is set to hit free agency this year, the Phillies still have Christopher Sanchez on an incredibly team-friendly contract.
Best contract.
He's under team control for 7 more years. 7 more years, 2027 to 2023, at a total cost of just $114 million. Skubal, I mean, he's probably going to get a deal that, probably gets him 2 to 3 years because of the injury concerns, the surgery that he just had. So there's that. But it just goes to show that this rotation is just built for the future, because it's not just Christopher Sanchez that the Phillies have right now. You have a 2-headed monster in Christopher Sanchez and Zach Wheeler. Those 2 could probably, if there was such a thing, these guys could probably co-own the Cy Young this year. Honestly, I think they could. Zach Wheeler, especially after coming back from a venous nerve surgery, whatever you want to call it, the numbers that he's putting up, arguably almost as good. And you've got Luzardo, you've got Painter, who's coming off 3 consecutive solid starts, although he hasn't been pitching a ton of innings. He's been very solid. So that's 3 guys that can probably carry you through October. And when the bats are cold, right, which seemed to happen a lot in the playoffs, I have a lot more faith that this Phillies pitching staff can get it done. Now, yes, you still absolutely have a bullpen concern. Jose Alvarado, without the juice, doesn't seem to be in it. Tanner Banks regressing. Keller has been, I hate to use the word, but somewhat mid this year. You've got Bolin, who, yes, was solid today, but for a guy that has as much control as the Phillies do, he's got like a 6 or 7 year deal. Apologies for that.
Man, by the way.
I know. Apologies. A pretty extensive deal. To see what he's been putting up numbers wise hasn't been entirely the best thing to see in the entire world. But Painter was a guy that was hounded to be the Phillies' #1 prospect, rightly so. But he had Tommy John issues. The velo was a problem. The walks were an issue. But the Phillies have gotten in time, and he seems like he's on the right track to eventually take over the Phillies rotation when guys like Christopher Sanchez and especially Zach Wheeler go down and hit retirement, whatever. Because even with guys like Aaron Nola that have not been right, although Aaron Nola's a guy that had a great start against San Diego literally last night. So right now, I feel like the Phillies rotation, to end things off, they're in a great position right now, not just for this year, but in, we'll say 2028, because we're 100,000% getting a lockout after what Jeff Passan reported today. But yeah, in 2028 and beyond, I feel like the Phillies are set in the rotation for a long time to come. But any final thoughts? Any final thoughts, guys?
I think you kind of summed it all up. I don't know if I have much to add other than I really am just looking forward to this Dodgers series. I mean, the Phillies haven't shown it in their record this year, but this is a matchup between two of the top teams in the National League, two of the top teams in the MLB, and I'm looking forward to some good baseball, and hopefully they can rough up Ohtani a little bit. Not like physically, but just his ERA is a little bit inflated.
Beat him up. Beat him up.
No. I like Ohtani. I don't want the Phillies to beat up Ohtani. I want them to get a hit or a couple, preferably more than one hit off of him.
Yeah. Oh, Frida's frozen, but Friday, you got any final thoughts?
That I'm frozen and that the Phillies.
No, you're not frozen anymore.
Yeah, I'm hiding backstage.
Oh man,
I'm hiding backstage. I think it's a secret surprise that the Phillies are going to do something special. Maybe that was meant for.
Yeah, I don't know, but guys, I want to thank you all for watching this edition of the Phillies post game show. I want to thank Jonah for coming on, Friday for coming on.
Shout out to Castellanos.
And well, no, yeah, just simply no. But you know what? That's gonna wrap things up for the Phillies post game show. Want to thank you all for watching. And as want to thank our sponsors, Nick's Pizza, of course. But as always, let's go.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's gone, and it is gone. It is bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
The Phillies lead
podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.